Hi, everybody. Namaste. Yes, happy March to everyone. March 1st day. Welcome. Lovely to see you all slowly arriving here. I am sitting here looking at numerous decks on my table, and to tell you the truth, I'm feeling a little bit discombobulated. There is so much going on in the ether. There are so many things that I want to attempt to weave together today, and I feel like there's just too many. There's just too many, and I need to pick a theme. And for the thumbnail, I was focusing on Shivaratri, and then as I was sitting here going through decks, I have been contemplating other things as well too. And I even today thought about not doing readings and just spending the hour doing meditation and blessings and things like that for the people in Ukraine. So first of all, I want to say hi because some of you are new. I'm Sadhana. Welcome. I'm an intuitive reader and a healer. And Tuesdays I'm here doing live readings. And one of the things I like to do is to work with the energy that is present because the more that we work with the natural cycles of energy that is around us, the more powerful these readings are going to be. So let's go through a few, and I know I'm not going to hit them all off. So today is Saint David's Day. So Saint David's Day was always something that was celebrated in my family. Roland's is my surname, and my grandfather spoke Welsh and with his sister and at our family gatherings, and the Welsh language was very much part of my childhood. And on St. David's Day, we always had fresh Welsh cakes, and it was a wonderful celebration. My grandmother was also born on March 1st, and so it was a big day. So March 1st always brings back lots of happy family memories, and so I want to say happy St. David's Day to all of you that have um, Welsh heritage. Yeah. Um, so that's one thing. That's one thing. That's a happy thing. And I see that some of you are commenting on the state of affairs in the Ukraine. And this is weighing heavy on hearts all around the world, especially for those who are in the Ukraine and have lost their homes and have been gone from, happy life to refugee overnight. And it's really sad. And so I want to offer up a reading for the collective for sure today to a message of support and guidance and love. That is, we must remember always that what is happening for some people who are in countries very, very close to the Ukraine, it's not so far away. And when we're here on YouTube, there are, it's it's an opportunity for us to feel more connected. And so I want to recognize that there are lessons, there are messages in this experience for each and every one of us as well too, no matter how far away from it we are. I did a yoga class last night with um, student who grew up in Poland when it was occupied by the Russians, and so we had a bit of a heartfelt discussion and lots of prayer shared at yoga last night. So there's that. And then the other part is that in this March new moon, so the new moon tomorrow, we're moving into the new moon in Pisces. And tonight is a celebration there are multiple Shivaratris, but this is Maha Shivaratri, the great Maha means great, celebration of Shiva and honoring of and I put in the description box below just a little bit about Shivaratri for those of you that aren't aware of what that is. And this dark night of the new moon in March, this is a time to celebrate the energy of Shiva. Shiva is part of the Trimurti. He is the great destroyer. And it is only through destruction that we can grow again. Shiva is the Tower card. Shiva is the Ten of Swords, the death of the ego, and so forth. And so if you look at the description box below, this is from one of, I feel like I know Carrie. I have shared her astrology page many, many times on my Facebook page, my Facebook business page, as well as lots of different places. And I'm just going to read to you. Lord Shiva is the liberator of karmic entanglements. And you can kind of feel that energy with a Kali as well too, both personal and collective, and can reduce the bonds of negative actions and self-belief into ashes. So that dance where you see the figure of Shiva with the flames around, that is what he's doing. He's dancing on your ashes. And in Maha Shivaratri prayers, intention setting, as well as the chanting of the mantra Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, can alter your destiny and break stubborn karmic ties. And so working with that energy of destruction, I want to also say the element of fire is going to be really important. So those of you that like to work with the energy of fire, the energy of mantra, this is a really powerful night to break those kind of karmic ties. Yeah, burn them. And then Carrie goes on to say, take heed, since February 10th was the warlike energy of Venus and Mars in a rare Graha Yuddha planetary war that has been amping conflict, tension, and anxiety worldwide. And so last week we were talking about the union of Shiva and Shakti, the closeness of Mars and Venus. And we were focusing on the positive aspect of this union in the readings last week. But also what happens when Mars and Venus get close together, and Mars being the planet of war, we do have that possibility of tremendous conflict. It's just a little too close for comfort. And in Vedic astrology, well, I just read the message to you. This highly pressurized combination is joining explosive Pluto on March 3rd, so later this week, pushing for decisive action and forcing hands to be dealt. This is an especially important time to pray for peace in the ongoing Russian-Ukraine conflict. And I put a link to Carrie's blog there as well too. I really, really enjoy her astrology. Yeah. So I'm not sure where or how I'm going to go with this today. I have, in honoring of St. David's Day, I have my new dragon deck. There is no red dragons on here, but I feel the energy of the Welsh dragon here. And also I have my trimmed little Llewellyn. So that's kind of my little St. David's honoring. I pulled out the Sacred Mysteries Chakra Oracle. Where are you guys? Here you are. As well too, and I thought I might pull some cards from that. I have out my this little deck, Seeds of Shakti Oracle. You know, Sharon. So I know I'm talking a lot. Sharon, the Basanti, the creator of the Seeds of Shakti Oracle, was going to create a Seeds of Shiva Oracle, and that never happened. And I just think that would be so fantastic to have a Shiva Shakti 2 oracle decks, and then I have my Oshas in here as well too. Yeah, I'm going to say hi to everybody in the chat. Then I'm going to do a reading for the collective before I get to the readings today. Okay, so let me just do that. And I just love like saying hi to all of you. Hello to Tammy Ann. She was first in the door. Donna, welcome. Irene, Audrey, Aisha, hello, and Sharon. People from all over the world. Hello to Andrew. And Saulo, hello. This is always lovely to hear. Saulo says that he wanted to let me know reading last week. I did speak out to the job I work for, and you were correct. I was contacted back today saying that I wouldn't be let go. Well, blessings. That's wonderful news. Thank you so much. Lydianne, hello. Welcome to you. And Sarah's here. Sarah's thinking of her motherland today. Blessings, blessings, blessings to everybody. Jamie's here. Hi, Jamie. I have a feeling you have Welsh heritage. Why do I think that Jamie has Welsh heritage? I don't know. What is your ancestral lineage? Let us know. Hi to Joseph. Sharon says, if you do readings, I'd like one for how I can continue to grow and contribute to the collective well-being. Sharon is busy, everybody, creating an oracle deck. It's actually complete and has been completed for years. And she has sent me some images to comment on, and I apologize, I haven't done that yet. And I have some ideas, Sharon, but I need to get those ideas into writing. So yeah, it'd be wonderful if you could send Sharon some good juju for that. Oh, your name and the spelling is Welsh. Okay, that's why I thought that, Jamie. Samara's here. Hi, Samara. Aloha. Oh, Samara. That's not your name. I know what your name is, but I'll call you Samara here unless that's what in case you don't want me to say your name. It is. It's a really, really lovely deck. Okay. And Jamie is Welsh, Irish, and German. Okay. Oh, is that the wrong? Okay. I've got the wrong person. I've got the wrong person. Sorry, Sharon. Sorry. Who am I thinking of? Okay. Wrong person. I'll have to straighten that out. I've got names mixed up. And Audrey. Audrey has feedback from last week. Thank you so much. Hello to Nina and Janine, Kristen. Oh, isn't that terrible? Okay, I will figure that out. All right, I'm going to scroll back up to the top and Mark, I believe Andrew has the first question after the collective reading. Okay. So I'm going to invite everybody to stop what you're doing, to put your beverage down, to close your eyes. If you have an opportunity to lie down, uncross your legs, uncross your arms, connect with your breath. And focus on the breath in the chest. Focus on the expansion of the chest with the inhale breath and the softness around the rib cage as you exhale. And as you focus on the breath in the chest, be aware of the energetic heart center and nourish this space with your breath. Deeply breathing in and out of the heart space. Understanding that here is the center of the medicine of compassion. Compassion for all beings. Compassion for the world at large. Compassion for all that we do not understand. Compassion for ourselves when our egos tend to get up on that high horse and get all judgy and you hear yourself. I hate it when I hear myself talking like that. And it's like, we need to remember that Coming from a place of humility is always going to be the best angle. So deeply breathe into the energetic heart space, allowing each breath to nourish not only the anatomical heart, the lungs, the movement of the breath here, but also the medicine of compassion. Take your awareness to the back of the rib cage. And as you breathe in and out, really start to feel the connection between the bones in the back, the connective tissue. And remember that this is where we hold grief. And as you breathe into the back body, if you're lying down, feel the back rib cage expand into the sofa or into the floor. If you're seated, really draw the breath into your back body and see how that feels. Does it feel restrictive? And I can feel my right shoulder lighting up. So I know that there's a lot of pieces that I'm going to try to put together here. So just take the breath into the back body. Feel this space, this place where we hold grief, where we hold our past. And then simultaneously be aware of the front, the energy and the collarbones. I can feel so much lighting up here. And if there is emotion that starts to arise as you breathe, allow that emotion to arise and to be released through the breath or through tears. There is always a greater plan. There is always so much that we do not understand. And so come into this place of compassion and remember that the work that we do for ourselves and our family is a ripple in the pond that will be reflected and will continue to rebound outward in all directions. And so any small act of kindness and compassion will be felt all around the world. You may be one drop in the great ocean of consciousness, but you matter. And as you release a tear, and as that tear falls into the ocean of consciousness, it helps to cleanse and to release the suffering for others. Go back into the center of the chest. And as you breathe in, allow the energy to be drawn up to the shoulders. And then down the arms and release the energy out the palms, exhaling out the palms. Breathe in the chest. Draw the energy up to the shoulders, pausing gently at the shoulders. And then exhale, allow the breath to wash down the arms and out the hands. If your throat is feeling a little constricted at this time, ask yourself, what is it that I may share? What is it that I may release verbally so that I may feel clearer? And if your shoulders are feeling heavy, really draw that next inhale breath up to the shoulders and pause there. And then really kind of force that energy, that exhale breath down the arms and out the palms. What burden, what weight, what responsibility am I ready to let go of at this time? And so as I shuffle the cards and do a reading for the collective, please know that this is a reading for all of you. This is a reading for all of those souls in the Ukraine. And as we connect our energies together, let this message of healing and support comfort all beings. And when you feel ready, you can gently open your eyes. I'm going to pull cards from a few different decks here. This is a message of healing and peace and harmony for the collective. What do we need to know about restoring peace, restoring harmony? All right. This is the message. This is the upward facing triangle. This is the message from universal consciousness, from Shiva. And at the center of this triangle, we have a card of deep reflection and integration and meditation. This is the Osho Zen Tarot. This is the Ace of Rainbows. Asking us to reflect on where we feel not only overextended, but torn between two worlds, I almost feel with this card, it's like we have a couple of different aspects of ourself that, and remember, this is also about breaking karmic ties. And this is really interesting that this card would show up here in the divine masculine, right? The upward facing triangle. We can't sustain this position. We can't possibly sustain this posture, right? If we need to either find the strength to choose a side or to let go and fly, right? To let go and fly and fall and just be in a place of trust. And we need to commit to that. And I feel like what has brought us to this place is that we don't completely own who we are. And at this time of Maha Shivaratri, this is an opportunity to completely release a mask, a false way of being that you know in your heart of hearts doesn't serve. And I feel like it's been bothering you for a long time. And the commitment to being in your authenticity and to emerging as the empowered and authentic soul that you know that you are, of course it takes tremendous courage, but this is the time to do that. And I'm also feeling the energy of spring just around the corner, even though I saw a snowflake out the window not too long ago. Okay, so this message for the collective is one of, and I want to extend this message to, in your authenticity, sometimes we need to stand up for others as well too, and to commit to standing up for others. I love that the Ace of Rainbows, the Ace of Pentacles, is sitting here at the center. It's like this is a new awakening. We're entering this new moon in Pisces. This shift in the, it's time for a shift in the planet. And in order for us to see that within the smallness of our worlds and a greater, and in the greater, we have to commit to who we are and who we are willing to be. And it does. It takes tremendous, tremendous strength and energy and commitment to stand up and to be tall and to move forward. If there is a token, I want to take my time with this reading, and I'm hoping that some of your questions will be answered in this reading, okay? And I'll come back to the chat in a little bit. If there is a token that is representative of your falseness, maybe there's a piece of clothing that you cannot stand to wear, or there is something in your home that feels like it just doesn't belong anymore. This would be a beautiful time to bury it, to throw it in the ocean, to burn it, to release it. It's time for your authenticity to emerge and for you to stand up and to really own that, to really own that. Okay. Now, the 3 cards at the bottom represent the Divine Mother, and let us hear the message from the Divine Mother. I just want to get the Oracle cards on the table as well, too. All right, so the message from the Divine Mother, and here she is showing up as the Queen of Wands in her fullness, in her glory, in her strength. And oh my goodness, look at this. So she is repeating the message from Shiva, from the Divine Father. And we're looking here. This is the 5 of fire in this suit. And so this is what we're getting from the Divine Mother. And this is what we're getting from the Divine Father. And we have this sense of, it's just time. It's time to let go of this. This is not sustainable. We can't be 2 people, right? We can't be on both sides at the same time. You can't at work pretend to be this way and then when you go home be another way. You can't. It's not sustainable. You absolutely need to let go and commit. And I feel in both of these cards, the answer is to free fall. And the message of the free fall is to trust. So I want to ask yourself, in your world, in your life, in your way, what is it that is preventing you from trusting? What is preventing you from free falling? Because both the Divine Mother and the Divine Father are asking you to let go. Let go. Let go. The fact that the Lover's card has shown up here is, it's so beautiful. This is the hexagram. This is the union of the upward facing triangle and the downward facing triangle. And the Lover's card makes an appearance. And this reminds us how important this authenticity is, that we have to marry our strength with our softness. And that is the only way. The message is about bringing these pieces together. And the way to bring these pieces together is to let go and to trust, to fall. Hi, Jonathan. Aloha. Welcome. Okay. From the seeds of Shakti, we have the Dream card and the Ganesh card. Very similar colors, hey? And I feel one of the things here is that in this, this energy of trying so hard to be two people, two faces, standing up on two platforms instead of finding a way to bring that together, we've lost sight of our dream. And so it's necessary to go back to an earlier kind of version of ourself and to pick ourselves up from that, to remind us how important um, those dreams are that we once had. I feel like the dream has been lost. The dream has been forgotten. Aisha, that makes it so very, very hard. And this is a reality. And the truth is that until we can be who we are, there will be pain in our body, pain in our hearts, and this will be reflected, right? It's our skin doesn't feel good. Our nervous system is fried. And there's a student who was registered. I'm starting the 22-week course, the Tarot Foundations class tonight. And there is a student that decided to postpone their participation because, and this is not their words, but there's a level of shame. The family doesn't know about their tarot journey, and they don't feel they can participate in the class with the family in the other rooms because they don't want them to know. And so these secrets, these hidden versions of ourselves can cause so much strife. And so we feel like exactly like these two cards. If you let yourself fall, you will be able to rebuild. You will. Okay, one more card. One more card. This is from the Sacred Mysteries Oracle. Ooh, okay. The cards wanted to do something very, very specific here. Okay. This is the illusion card. So this whole story is really kind of weaving together here. And this over on this side of the reading, I really feel is the crux of the message, that it is time to dissolve this illusion that we can be both, and to step into, to bravely step into your truth, to be more confident, and to know that there's a level of beauty that will shine through when you allow yourself to be who you are. And so whether you are, whatever your situation is, I know I'm speaking to a lot of, I know this message will connect to a lot of people. And so this card that is coming from Shiva up at the top of the upward facing triangle is a card of contemplation. It's a card of integration. And it is only through integration that we will find our peace and that we will find harmony in our life. Okay. And I want to repeat that the work that you do for yourself, the work that you do to heal yourself on a spiritual level, emotional level, even a physical level, does have a ripple effect, and it will help others. So the more that you can commit to your journey, the more, and if more people were to do this, we would see more of an influence in the collective as well too. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So I have time for a few readings, and I would be very happy and honored to do that. I believe that Andrew is first. And I'm sure that there will be messages in the collective reading that repeat. About authenticity, about that, this is a very real challenge, right? Trying to exist on both sides in both worlds. So let's all fall. Let's all fall. Those kind of exercises, have you ever done them where you fall backwards and you have to trust that somebody's going to catch you? That's what we need to do. Okay. Thank you for those words of wisdom, Jonathan. That's really beautiful. So, Andrew, let's cross off the should in that question, okay? There's no shoulds. There's no shoulds. So, what would be in your highest interests? What would be in your highest interest to focus on at this time as the new moon begins to grow in Pisces? So Pisces season, Pisces new moon. Okay. So this is for Andrew. Okay. Sorry, the camera's a bit delayed here. I'm going to do the oracle card first, Andrew. I feel like you know the answer to this question. Very intentional cut on the oracle card. Okay. I wonder if there is a sense of guilt or obligation about, and I feel like I've talked to you about this before as well too. We spend a lot of money studying and training, and there may be something that you trained for and spent and invested a lot of time and energy into that doesn't really feel like it's your path. And it's been holding you back. It's time to let go of that. the growth can only happen when you trust that inner goddess energy and let her grow. And I'm not sure that this speaks necessarily to your career path, but this is you as a human trusting yourself. We have a lot of chats, Andrew, on Facebook, and I feel kind of a mother energy, protective energy as well too over you, and it's your emergence into this world. You are so ready to emerge bravely, but there is something that you need to let go of, and it is holding you back, and you know exactly what it is. I love this, that this queen is here for the new moon in Pisces, right? So she is the water queen, and leaning in to that energy, doing lunar work, getting into the bath, getting into the ocean, whatever way you can connect with that element is going to help. There's some tears that are necessary here too, I feel, as well. Some tears to be released. And so I think looking at your question, I think before you can manifest, there's some things that need to be released. Thanks, Varag. It's almost as if you're a step ahead. And so I want to invite you to slow down and focus on the letting go part first. Okay? All right. Hmm. Thank you all for your feedback on the reading for the collective. I appreciate it. Sharon is next. Okay. Thank you. I'm just scrolling down. I'll find Sharon's. There's Sharon. I'm feeling heart and throat. And this energy of the free falling energy, the letting go, the trusting thing I feel it's really important for everyone here today. So let's just ask ourselves where, and I feel like many of us are not ready, and we need to be a lot braver. We need to be a lot braver and just let go. Just let go. Okay, so Sharon. Ooh, isn't that interesting? 36, and then we have 3 and 6. Numbers always tell a story. Okay. This, in this deck, is the card of compromise. This is not a sweet little give and take card like it is in the RWS deck. This is about everything that I was talking about before, and then you pull the integrity card. So it is essential that whatever shines through, Sharon, is your inner authenticity, and that it is okay to celebrate your eccentricity. It is okay to share through a lens that is uncomfortable to your partner, your family, your community. It is only through integrity and authenticity that you will be able to step up in a way that will have the greatest influence. And the community, the collective, will support you in that. So even, and I'm feeling this energy from a lot of people, and my crown is just buzzing like crazy right now. Spirit wants us to let go. Spirit wants us to see things and emerge. It's like, so in the shamanic, in the direction of the south, in the shamanic teachings, it's like we're the snake, we're the serpent, and we we shed the skin, and this is the time to shed the skin and to emerge and to celebrate and dance and really embrace all that we are. And I feel, Sharon, that this reading only expands on everything that was said in the to the collective. Hey, Donna. Okay. All right. Thanks, Sharon. Aisha is next and last on my list today. Okay. Alrighty. I would like to do I'm going to do Aisha's reading with this, and then I would like to do a reading with the Welsh energy, and kind of a reading of celebration with the Llewellyn and the dragon deck with smoke, ash, and embers. Okay, so Aisha, this one's for you. Is there an ancestor that is trying to get in touch with me, or who watches over me? I would like an identification or a message memory to help me. Ooh, okay. Hmm. Okay. Gonna switch gears entirely. I'm reading Evangelina's comment. It makes perfect sense for me the moment we are living as human beings. No more beliefs in separation and beginning to embrace oneness. Beautiful. All right, so this reading is for Aisha, who is looking for ancestral connection. Okay. Okay, the cards certainly want to do their own thing today. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, this is powerful. This is very powerful. And again, so Aisha, the ancestor that is around you is wanting and encouraging and showing you ways to really step into your own authority. And part of this this power and this strength is everything that I've already said before. This Seven of Cups energy in the Marielle Tarot invites us to look at our shadow. It invites us to look into the abyss, to the aspects of ourselves that we find almost repulsive. And to understand that in loving ourselves completely and wholly, it is through the acceptance of our completeness that we stand tall and we are able to lead. And so I feel like your ancestor is asking you to bring all of yourself to work, all of yourself to the table. You are so much more powerful than you know. Now, if I look at these cards and I'm asking myself, well, how would I describe the ancestor that is watching over you? I would say that they are tall. I feel they are very tall and they're it's almost as if they are like 7 feet tall. This is what I'm feeling. They're very tall and lean and muscular and masculine energy for sure. It almost feels like they come from a different race of people. And so this ancestor or this guide or this protector that is with you, I feel is from a much, much earlier time, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. And so their strength is very, very powerful. And I'd be interested to see what Andrew's picking up on here if he's still here, because he's really, really good at this and might be able to identify a figure. This is this is this is this is very ancient, very, very ancient. And the reason that you feel their strength is because they're trying to get you to they're wanting you to step forth in a way that you haven't yet. And that's why this all-powerful, tall being is with you. I don't have a name. I don't have a name. And I'm really curious, Andrew, like if you're sensing like the 7 foot tall kind of energy, because that's and lean, lean and powerful. That's really what I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. So that is Aisha's message today. And what I would like to do is I'm going to do one more reading for the collective, and I want to tap into the energy of Saint David. And this is not just for those of you with Welsh ancestry, but, and I have a feeling that we're going to get, although this is a different voice, this is another important message from a wise and deep and ancient culture. This will be the final reading for today. So from this ancient lore, this ancient land, how might we find peace and harmony within ourselves and an extension with the world? And maybe even further beyond. So I'm going to do 2 cards from the Llewellyn, and I'm going to do one card from Smoke, Ash, and Embers. Oh, and Jamie, oh my goodness, I loved the trim that you did on your, was it you that did the green on the Smoke, Ash, and Embers? That was so beautiful. Oh, I have a couple of decks that need edging, and I just need to, I don't know, to do that. Okay. Hi, Patricia. All right. The Tower. Oh my goodness. Andrew, this is the card that you had, right? Queen of Cups. All right. This is interesting. Okay. Well, I said that there was going to be a carryover from the whole theme for today, and part of that is the energy of the Tower card. This is such a beautiful Tower card. Look at the full moon in the background. There's 4 dragons, maybe more in this image. And I feel so much power in this card. I really do. I feel that Mars energy coming to a peak. And this is not only the state of the world, this is part of that inner conflict that I've been talking about. And that is, because we have been walking on shaky ground and not really standing tall and true to who we are, we're being asked to let go and to shine through in a new, in a very bright way. And I feel the message from Saint David, the message from the wisdom of the Welsh ancestors is a little more, has a little more gentle approach to this. And it's funny. I'm kind of smelling the fact that we have the Knight of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups here. We have so much abundance around us. We have so many gifts, and there is so much to share. And we have been feeling, so one of the things I'm picking up on is that, with a lot of us are coming into a different perspective and a different state of opportunity with lifting of COVID restrictions. And perhaps one of the greatest gifts we have that will see us through this is through sharing. It's about connection, and it's about reaching out. And I feel like the journey is really, really important here. And your journey might be a virtual one. Your quest might be a virtual one. Your quest might be an internal journey. But if you have the opportunity to attend a retreat, to actually go to a physical retreat, to go to a spiritual center, to make a journey to the ashram, to go to, a retreat center in your state, your in your country somewhere. I feel like part of this healing process is to actually go out and to physically, like, um, to be on the spiritual quest. The Queen of Cups is all about that, and I briefly touched on that within Andrew's reading. The water of water queen. She wants us to open up. She wants us to open up. And there is a sense of being, do you know this word? I'm going to type it into the chat. Hi, Darshani. I didn't see you show up. I didn't see you earlier. I just noticed your name in the chat. Do you know this word? Sangha, Sangha. It's such a powerful. Um, we truly can't experience Sangha with virtual connection. We need to be in a room and a space with others. And so what I'm picking up with these cards is the need to connect, to be with others. And you know what I can see here? I can see us all sometime in the not too distant future sitting in circle with the Queen of Cups and sharing and healing and being together. And I feel like these court cards that are on either side of the tower are just are telling us how important people are. It's time. It's time. And I like that they're both moving forward. They're both moving forward. And so how does this reading connect to the first reading for the collective? Right? So we fall and then we act. And there's always weavings together of every word that kind of came through today. And I want to go back to what I was saying in Andrew's reading. And Andrew was asking about next steps and moving forward. But until we let go, we're not ready to go forward. And so here in this reading, we're reminded of that again. We have to fully experience the release before we can progress forward. Hi, Amber. Yeah. So lots of food for thought. I'm going to, so tonight for Shivaratri, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down now and journal and kind of make a list of what I'm ready to release and what I'm ready to let go of, what I'm ready to allow Shiva to turn to ash, kind of thing. And there's a few things, but But yeah, I encourage you all to do the same. It's time to let go. I mean, pretty profound in that reading. We had that Two of Swords and then the Five of Fire card in the Osho Zen. I want you to think about those images and what it would feel like to let go, and how good it would feel to free fall. Kind of scary, but really liberating. Okay, so that's my prayer for all of you, is liberation. Liberation. Blessings to everybody. Take good care of yourselves. Namaste.